Hey, hey, hey. It looks like we're live. This is Jochen Heiden, and this is the Hellsen versus Heiden campaign. I'm going to be doing a live turn setup tonight, and I'm going to get my links out, and we'll get started with this. Give me about 20 seconds. I like to post my links in some Discord servers that I'm on so people can join in if they want to. Okay, let's get on with this. There probably won't be many people watching this live because it's kind of late at night. This is the time I've got to do it, so here's what I'm going to do. Okay. Hey man, nice to see you. We're going to be setting up our turn today. This is going to be the big one, or I'm going to try to get us a great decisive battle here, and we'll get to that. But I got to do a little bit of housekeeping in some other places. Hey Sarge, nice to see you. Just give me a few. I'm gonna give me about 15 minutes or so. Well, no, you guys can watch, but I got to do a few little housekeeping things around the map here. I'm not going to spend too much time on maintenance tonight, though. I'm just going to check some stuff. We're not going to really look at a lot of aircraft and things like that. I really want to set up the big stuff here. All right. Yeah, we're not going to sit here and look at a lot of units and things. We want to get to the good stuff. LA relocation. You know what? That may not be the best idea. Is there anything here that we can take with us? Yes, the Mountain Regiment. That's what it is. So these guys actually need to go back to Seattle. Zelen Escort. Okay. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that. So tonight's the night where I attempt to set up my grand decisive battle with the Japanese fleet near Caroline Island. I have no illusions that it's going to go super well, but I kind of feel like I'm at the point where I have to do that. Training, transport training, LA relocation. Okay, so these guys just came in. Could expand those. Load some fuel on these guys. These guys are getting into LA. That's good. These guys are coming in. We'll send these ones over to meet with these guys. Bring them in. And I think these two task forces can kind of join in together. We'll just kind of combine them. What else do I got for escort? Are these guys still spotted out here? Not for the moment. Yeah, I've been having a lot of issues with submarines out here. A lot of issues with submarines. Do I have any more escorts that can go out there? Not. There's got to be something here, right? Nope. Oh, well, I don't want to sit here and work on that stuff too much. I'm just going to do some quick cleanup with stuff that I need to work. East USA. The reason I don't want to get too crazy tonight, because if our battle does not go well next turn, I don't know where that leaves me with this whole thing. And I'm sure that's probably what nobody wants to hear, but well, I this is kind of where I'm at with this whole thing. All right, so we're looking good out here for now. These guys are going to Cristobal. That's good. These guys are actually moving, what, B-17s, right? Yep. These guys are going to head out to India with those. Still unloading stuff in Midway. Yeah, how long does it take? Okay, these guys are heading back next turn. That's good. Yeah, these guys, I don't know if I want them to go. We'll have them head towards Palmyra for now. I don't want to go all the way down to Christmas Island. Not with those carriers there. We'll have them do not unload. I was going to put some stuff on Christmas Island right here, but not with these guys here. So, this is the big story for this next turn. We're going to have to figure out how to get these guys to here. Hi, Sultan. Because I think the Japanese are going to move this way. Probably somewhere here. So we're going to come down and intercept them, but we'll get to that. I'm just got to take care of a few other things first. Okay, that's there. Disband that. All right, what do we do with these guys at Vava? Ooh. I have these guys go all the way down to Rapa. But we're going to do some routing here because I want them to go way south. Something like this. That's definitely not what I meant. Let's go direct. Why are they not following the waypoints? That's a little better. It's going pretty good, Joe. We're just working on some routing here. I'm just doing what I can for whatever ships that I've got. These guys lay mines here? Yes, they did. Okay. Now let's start talking about evacuating what I can out of here. Let's get a surface combat task force together and save what we can from here. Let's see if we can get these guys. We'll move them down to Auckland. I think that's probably a good spot for now. Return to Auckland. Alright, I'm just trying to get everything out of the way that I can, because I know he knows we're at Vava'u, and I don't want to leave stuff here if I can avoid it. So let's start packing up stuff that isn't critical. What can we take out of here? God, it's so much stuff. Well, you know, there's really not that much. Most of this stuff can head out. Okay. Yes, I've come to a decision. We're doing it. So we're doing it tonight. I'm just trying to figure out what I can, assuming everything goes well or whatever. I'm just planning for contingencies after that. I don't think I need to work on forts right now here. Let's focus on building up the other infrastructure. All right, I'm trying to make this fast. I want to get to the good stuff here. So we'll just kind of blow through the rest of this right now. There's not much I really need to be working on. Sydney relocation, that doesn't make any sense. Let's expand that. Ooh. Let's disband these guys to save them up a little bit. Look at these. Okay. Task Force Houston just pulled into... So this was the task force that had the Houston in it, and it's pretty well trashed up. But we'll go ahead and move them down to Brisbane now for permanent repair. And then these subs here, we're going to have them start working on getting ready to go. There we go. So we'll have these subs patched up in a day. Breeze through that. Not much to worry about here. Where are these guys going? Oh, up to Tennant Creek? Okay, that's good. Alright, so we're not going to do much with Darwin, so I'm pulling all these guys back, and we'll build up a Tennant Creek for now. Just in case he takes Darwin, I want to stop him here, here, and here. These guys going in there. Let's form these guys up. And then we'll evacuate these guys to another place. Got to change their headquarters to the Australia Corps, which should cost almost nothing to do that. Let's go Australia Corps. And then we can load these guys up on this transport. Verify load. And we'll take these guys over to Carnarvon. What's the big plan for Australia? Well, I don't know. I don't really know. There's no real big plan. I'm just going to move troops and supplies out there as I can. But I don't really... I feel like I have enough troops to defend the East Coast fine. I have, for the northern part of Australia, I'm not going to be defending any of these northern bases from Carnarvon all the way up to Daly Waters. I'm prepared to give all this up if he goes to invade Australia. He can have it all. The closest I'm going to start defending is going to be Tennant Creek and these two bases here. And then basically everything all the way down to Geraldton. I'm not going to really defend that. I'll defend at Perth and go from there. That's assuming he even invades Australia. I don't even know what his plans are, so. Set home port. We'll send these guys back to Cape Town. This guy's gonna go back to... Oh, We'll just put him in the same task force as these. All right, so that's set to go, and then we'll call this Cape Town Relocation. Since he's not down here right now in Perth yet, we have a little bit of opportunity to get stuff out. And the rest of these guys, let's see, surface combat. I think we'll leave. I think we might leave these guys here. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to keep the Dutch out here just in case for now. In case we need some sort of surface combat capability out here. I don't know if it's a good idea to move these guys quite yet. So we'll keep them here just for a little bit. All right, let me save this real quick so we can just keep pressing on here. Saving the turn, and we're going to work the DEI next. We're going through this turn really fast. Okay, so DEI. Here's our issue here. The Japanese task force is just sitting here. I think he's got 2 task forces coming down here to invade both Kendari and Ambon. And these guys are here to provide support for both of those operations. I'm not going to be able to stop them, so the best I can do is relocate the aircraft somewhere else. Transfer to base. Jeez, I don't even know where to put them. I don't really have anywhere to put these guys. I guess Makassar for now, because I think that's at less risk. We'll just put him in Makassar for the time being, because I think he's coming for Kendari. Stand down. And then these guys moving to Makassar. All right, that's good. All this is okay. That's fine. Nothing I can do here. Guess it's time to get the rest of these aircraft out of here, huh? So stand down. Time to pull the rest of the aircraft out of Surabaya because he's already here. So stand down, move him out, because I think that we're going to lose Surabaya within a turn or two. Yeah, might as well go for one more attack on Tejupo. Look at how much oil we damaged last turn at Tejupo with these little strikes. So I'll also try one more of those. I mean, the guys are dead anyway, right? All right, that's it really for there. Going to Perth. Okay. Moving right along here, guys. Because I want to get to the good stuff. Yeah, it's worth it for sure. And that was actually AE Expert from my Discord actually gave me the suggestion to bomb some oil here in Java before I left. I don't know why I didn't think to do it. I didn't realize it was going to be so effective because the bomb load on these aircraft are very low. Let's see, aircraft data. We carry like rocks. It drops rocks out of the aircraft, but apparently that's enough to damage the oil here. So it actually did quite a bit more damage than I thought it would. Definitely have sub activity out here. Let's expand that. This ship we can put into the. Oh, it's still firefighting. This got hit by a torpedo last turn, right off of Colombo. But once they put that fire out, we'll be able to put it in the shipyard and get it fixed up. Didn't it only damage? No, it had one hit. Let's look at the combat report. So it had one hit. Right here, oil hits one, but you know apparently that doesn't tell you how much it damages it. It just says it hits it. So I don't know where else this damage could have come from. We basically weren't defending it, so it's not like it got blown up because we had troops there. So it had to have come from that. He might have fighters over it. If he does, he does. He'll probably have fighters over it actually, but I have no fighters that I'm gonna waste on that mission. Okay, let's see if there's anything up here I need to get out. Royal Tank Regiment, we're currently loading that. Okay. These guys are loading fuel. So we'll send them down to Karachi to unload. And these guys are docked and ready to load fuel. All right. Here in India, right now we're working on building some forts, and then here at Calcutta we're working hard on getting the actual airfield built up to a size 8. Rangoon is looking like it's going to fall pretty soon, so we need to get these guys ready to move, and they're already packing up because he'll be in Rangoon within 2 to 3 turns. So we're actually going to strat move up to Prom and then out. And then that'll be it for Burma, really. And then we're all up in the north up here. So let's take a look at China real quick, and then I'm going to save this game, and then we'll talk about a quick little China review, and then we'll start working on the carrier attack, which is going to require a lot of clicking and a lot of me not screwing that up. No promises. All right, we're all saved up. So here in China, we couple things got going on here. We're moving some troops down this way. And the goal is to get into Canton and disrupt him a bit. I'm not trying to take Canton. I'm just trying to get into Canton and make him get us out of here. And this was another suggestion from a expert on my Discord. I didn't come up with this, but you know, now that I know to do this sort of asymmetrical stuff, it's actually really smart. This is urban heavy in Canton. So while I don't intend to attack him in the city, I'll be on the same hex. So that's ×4 defense. So he would have to attack me to get me out of Canton. So he'd be subjected to the same defense bonus that I would have to fight him in if I were attacking him. So I'm moving troops into Canton just to be disruptive and to make him have to figure out how to get me out of there. And it will be very costly for him if he chooses to do that. So we'll just do that for fun and see what comes of it. It'll take a couple weeks to get our troops all in position down here, but it may be a good time. I don't know. And we're going to come across this way and not take the main road because it'll be harder for him to spot us doing that. I'm also moving these troops into Hankow. Because why not, right? Just to be disruptive. They're already kind of marked for death anyway. They're stuck behind the lines. So the real problem that we have right now in China is his line driving this for Lanchow. He's moving so quickly and he's got a lot of troops up here. So we're running out of troops to be able to defend against this stuff. And basically my biggest concern is that he's coming up the road here to Ankang. And I have nothing on these hexes to stop him. So he's going to get there before I can get there. He'll have to stop here. But then I need to get stuff into these hexes. Or he's just going to go and take this road junction here. And if he does, he cuts off all the fuel from both Urumqi and Lanchow. And that would be really bad for me because it's going to basically starve our supply situation in China permanently. Because Chongqing is what's producing a lot of the supply right now. Because we know we are not going to have the Burma Road much longer. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to move whatever units that I have in range into here and here to block the road. I've got lots of troops heading basically towards okay, let me fix some of these guys here. I got to make sure they're not in move mode if they're not moving. Because it makes them more susceptible to taking damage from stuff. Because I do need to leave some troops in these hexes as well to guard and protect them. Just making sure these guys are all... Whoever's not moving is in... There we go. And then in this hex, we've got... I don't know why these guys are... Okay. And then we're trying to get the troops out of here. Make sure they're back in move mode. Okay. And then in Xi'an itself, stop building the forts. And then these guys all need to be in combat, in move mode. So nothing should be stationary here. Making sure nothing is stationary. I want everything moving. Like right here, we already got stuff that's not moving. Maybe leave one back to guard and the other one... Okay. We should get the bulk of these troops out of town before he actually gets in there, which is good. What do I have going to the northeast? I'll figure it out when I get in this hex. So I need to split the AV between here and here to guard these two road passes north. And then the rest of the stuff's going to be moving to get into this area to block them here. Okay. I think that's good enough for now. Let's start talking about the big situation. And here it is. This is why we're here. We have the Kido Butai right here. Right? And these are all the task forces that are at risk here. We have these guys at Pentherin. And I can't do anything about them because these guys are unloading troops. Because the ship is damaged. And I was going to unload these guys. Here at the island. And then move this ship damaged out of here. So it wouldn't slow everything down. But that's not working out too well. So we could lose this. This guy is damaged. He's going to sink because he's already on fire. These guys we're going to split up right now. So one guy's heading one way. We're going to send these guys to head straight for Vava'u. Hopefully they can make it out. Okay. These guys are going to head straight that way. These guys down here are getting the heck out of Dodge right now. Heading down to Rappa. These guys also heading down. Tell you what. We'll send these guys to here. So I'm trying to clear as much stuff out of his way as possible. So here's what we have currently at risk. This ship, these two, and he hasn't spotted these yet, but this is probably the most dangerous thing I've got right now. I have my refueling task force here. And I've disbanded them and put them into Caroline Island. So they're disbanded, so they're not as formed up in port. Right? They're not formed up in a task force. He probably has all of his aircraft currently set up for naval attack, not a port strike, because he's looking for convoys. I think because he knows that these guys are here and these guys are here, the Kido Butai is going to move to the northwest about 8 hexes, which would put them about here. Okay, are you tracking with me? So with that being said, this is the direction of advance that I anticipate the Japanese going into. So with that, I'm going to set up my attack to take advantage of them going here. This is where I think they're going to go. My carriers are currently here. So let's do this. We need to set everything to escort. No ASW. We're going to go straight naval attack. Max range 7 for all carrier fighters. Max range for the bombers, we're going to take it to 7. Max range for torpedo. So I'm basically leaving nothing on escort. I'm leaving nothing on cap. We're going to send everything as escort to give our strike package the best chance to get in. I don't know. I'm not sold on that idea yet. So maybe we'll leave some back on cap, like these guys. I'm not sold on the idea of leaving no cap behind. I think we'll leave the Marines behind. Okay. We'll leave the Marines behind. That's what we'll do. And we'll send all the Navy fighter squadrons. We'll send the Navy fighter squadrons to go escort. That's what we'll do. All right. So the next step to this whole thing. Okay, we got the aircraft set up. I think. Do I? Man, why am I getting so nervous right now? So we're gonna send basically 75 fighters on escort and leave 31 back on cap. In addition to that, we're gonna do this with our float planes. All right, we're gonna take every float plane and we're gonna set them to 100% cap. Lodric did this to me once, and it was pretty good. They're not gonna shoot anything down, right? But what they can do is get what they are gonna do is they're gonna be disruptive. Okay, they're gonna make the zeros target these guys instead of targeting the other fighters that are better, right? So let's set all float planes to this. 100% cap, 9,000. Okay, all the float planes are set now to do this. And that's going to add... How many float planes do I even have here? 32 additional aircraft on cap, all right? That's something. That's a lot. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not. Because all these float planes are on the cruisers that I'm sending out. Oh, dang it. Oh, this is going to be bad. The cap fighters are going to be on the cruisers, which are going forward. All right. Let's set the home port to Caroline Island so we can go at least grab fuel when this is all said and done. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to split up. We're going to transfer all of our heavy cruisers into one task force so I can see what we've got. All right, so this is what we've got to work with for 2 surface groups. Man, this fuel level is really bad. Okay. So we're going to form a new task force and call this... So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then we'll give him 1, 2. Okay. So this is going to be Surface Engagement Force 1. We'll just call it Surface Force 1. Now, they're going to go at full speed. And we want them to move to... You know what? I'm not going to be able to use those float planes very well. All right. Set patrol zone. So probably about here. Yep, that's where I want them, right there. Okay. And then we want to make sure they have a max reactive 6. Now, on top of that, to give them the best chance to intercept, we're going to take this float plane guy and turn it to night ops, put him back on naval search at max range, 6,000 feet. We'll put a couple of them like that. on naval search. Okay. Then we'll put the rest of these guys on daytime naval search. Because I need to spot the carriers. That's the most important thing. And since we're no longer going to be with the carriers, we don't need this cap anymore. What we need to do is spot the carriers. Okay? And then these guys are going to be on... We'll put nighttime on these guys as well. Naval search. Alright. Man, how many float planes do I have in this thing? Naval search. With nighttime on these guys. And we'll go naval search. Okay. Naval search. Oh, jeez. I didn't put any search in there. Good thing I'm checking this. Man, I hope I get this right. Naval attack, naval search, 100. Oh, man, I didn't realize how many float planes I had. That's got to be everything, right? Okay, all the cruisers, float planes are now set to naval search. Okay. And then Surface Force 1 is now ready for action. Let's see, what's the next patrol zone? Maybe here, just in case. No. Maybe there, just in case he doesn't come all the way down. Or we can do this, closer to Caroline Island in case he heads due south. Okay. There's that. And the next thing we have is... This is Surface Force 2. This fuel situation is going to be a huge problem. I don't know if we're going to even have enough to do what we need to do. We basically have one chance to get this right. Maybe I can swap out some of these lower fueled guys for... I don't think I even have any to swap them out to. Yep, I don't think I can even do it. So we're just going to have to send them. Surface Force 2. I know that the float planes are all configured. So we're just going to clear... Oh, absolute threat tolerance. That's what I need to do. Absolute threat tolerance, because we don't want these guys getting scared on us. So let's go absolute. Okay, these guys absolute. Okay, so now Surface Force 2 is going to go... Patrol zone. We're going to have these guys go here. Then here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. We'll have them go straight this way. All right. And then they have a max reactive 6. Now, these guys, this is my actual carriers. Let's see what they've got for full speed. Okay, enough to get the Caroline. Now, we need to get the carriers into battle here. So we're going to put the carriers. We're going to clear the waypoint. We're going to clear the destination. Set a patrol zone. Basically somewhere here. All right, I think that's it. I think that's it. So what's going to happen is the carrier will come down here and will react to wherever the enemy carriers are at. Hopefully they'll be... So for all this to work, the enemy carriers have to be right around in here. Watch. Here's the patrol zones that we're looking at. I'm hoping to catch the enemy carriers somewhere in here. And my people will spot them with the spotter planes and react to them. So the surface ships will react to the enemy carriers with the max reactive 6. Oh, what a crappy task force commander. This guy too. Well, that's what we're hoping for. So for this to work, the enemy carriers have to be basically in here. But that would make sense to me because they're smelling blood, right? They see ships here. They've got these guys spotted too. So I think that these guys are going to be bait for the carriers. And Hellsen's going to go, ooh, yummy. There's some more cargo ships down here and I want them. So he's going to come down this way to engage all this stuff. And that's when we're going to catch him. We'll have him in a pincer, right? We'll have the heavy cruisers will catch him in a pincer movement and hopefully converge on them together. So we'll hit him with those. And after that's done, we'll hit him with the carriers. That's the plan. So that is my mission for this next turn. We're going to engage these carriers. Win or good or bad, we're doing it. Is there a high likelihood this will fail? 100% guaranteed this is not going to go as good as I'd like. But here's what we do have. We have about a parity with aircraft, right? Because we have just a little bit fewer aircraft than he. Hello, CF. A little bit fewer aircraft than he has, but not much. We've got 2 different surface task forces, which I believe outnumber him substantially, right? So there is a chance that these task forces engage this guy and actually get hits on the carriers and damage them badly before the air combat phase. There is a chance that the cruisers get in here and put heavy damage on the carriers and get the system damage above 50. If we can do that, he can't fly aircraft off. So if the cruisers are successful in engaging the enemy carriers and damaging them enough to where they can't launch aircraft, then we can finish them off with the carriers. Aircraft, because how it works in this game is you have the naval phase and then you have the air phase. And I'm not saying I agree with that at all. I think it's broken, right? It should be able to happen concurrently, right? I think that the naval and the air phase should happen concurrently, but it's so basically the ships have to fully conduct all their moves first, and once they're done, once the final resting positions of the ships is known and done for that naval phase, then it's the air phase. And that's when the aircraft will fly. But we have a chance to damage the we have a chance to damage the aircraft carriers before the aircraft even fly off. If this works the way I think. Renu, your question is what happens if there isn't a battle? Well, then there's no battle. I will not chase him. What we'll do then is all these ships will return to Caroline Island and we will refuel. Okay? Because we don't have any fuel right now. And I have tons of fuel here with the AOs at Caroline Island. So, if we don't have a battle, we miss each other, well, then it just didn't happen and we live to fight another day and we move on with our campaign. Which, that is a possibility that he goes back up this way and we completely miss and we never see him. That could happen. I don't think it will because he smells blood. He came down here for a reason, to raid convoys, and he found some. So now he's going to come down this way to get more kills. He doesn't know our carriers are out here. I don't think he does anyway. There's no spotting on him, see? Let me say this real quick. All right, that's my plan. That's my battle plan. What are your questions before I end this turn? Because I'm ready to send this off to Hellsen. Tell me what your questions are. Okay, so the carriers... Okay. I don't think I like this. They're going south. They're going north. I want the carriers right down the middle. That's what I want. You want to watch Hellsen's turn? Okay. I'll let you watch it then. Okay, so that's 17 hexes. Okay. Now, here's the new battle plan. I hope I didn't overcommit these cruisers. I did. They can't move that many hexes. Ah, shoot. We're a little... That's actually a huge problem here, because we're not going to be able to go that many hexes. We're only going to be able to get to about here, which... Alright, I got to adjust this. We'll call this Surface Task Force South. Now we need to adjust the patrol zones, because we can't make that. Hopefully we can do this. I don't even know if our cruisers are going to be able to get to his carriers now. I think we're going to run out of ops points. Unless he full speeds down. Oh man, this is not going to be good. Oh man. Okay, this isn't looking so good now. It's our fuel situation and the fact that we're just moving, we're too far out. We need another day of closure. Well, we don't have another day, so. We'll have to shorten up our lines a little bit. Okay, that is 17 hexes. I don't know, man. To north. We gotta shorten these lines up. Because we're running out of What is that now? That's 17. I think we can go. Okay. So we'll move the carrier up to here. Nope, nope. Yep. Okay. No, that doesn't work either. Okay. I got to get this right. Okay, I got to get this right. I have to get this right. All right, that is 16 hexes. I like that better. Okay, now we got to bring the other carrier, the, what is it? Surface Combat Task Force South. We got to shorten this up a little bit or we're going to run out of ops points either way. Let's see what that looks like. We'll see. Well, that's gonna have to be. That's gonna be what it is. All right, that's it. Let's hope this works. That's all I got. I'm saving it. Backup turn ready. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm sending it. That's our attack. I hope it works the way I think it does. If not, I'll learn a lot as to what happens here. But the top one is Surface Combat Task Force 2. The bottom one is Surface Combat Task Force. Wow, you know what? What if I just have them like a big spearhead? Because I need to save some ops points for these guys. Let's do this. I think that's it. All right. I think that's it, guys. All right, this is it. I'm sending it. Wish me luck, guys. This is it. This is our great, this is our great decisive battle. Hopefully it goes the way I think it will. I don't know. I don't know at all. So. I'm ending this turn now. So, it'll be a couple days before I can watch this video, no matter when I get it back, I think. So if you guys want to follow this over on Hellsen's channel, he's usually a little bit quicker about getting videos up because he doesn't got anything else to do. He just goes to work and come home and plays video games. I got kids and work and stuff and girlfriend, and I got less time than he's got, but I'm going to send it. Okay. I'm ending the stream now, guys. I'll catch you guys on the other side of this. Victory or death. We sink or swim. We deliver or we drown. This could be the greatest victory in the history of War in the Pacific. Good night.